Tucked away in the Shenandoah Valley, Harrisonburg, Virginia, home to James Madison, father of the Constitution and mother of some of the most electric crowds in all of college football when they come out to support the Dukes. What we have in store today, a clash between a pair of squads from the American. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the Buffalo Bulls, taking on the James Madison Dukes. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Dukes will kick it off to get us underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Snow. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Back to throw, it's Roberson. Got his man out of the backfield. At the 35, he's loose. Turning on the Jets. The 20. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
That was the epitome of a chunk play, and now they've got it first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffalo.
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Now 7 defensive backs on the field getting ready for a passing down. From the gun, the ground game. He breaks a tackle. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. Let's talk for a second about James Madison. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these 2 teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking for a man, it's Barnett. Quarterback extends the play. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He was dreaming of getting a few more on that return, but they'll take it in business at the 32.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Intercepted for the 11th time. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have 2 left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
And now the offense will come onto the field again. They'll leave it with him. Look out, he's got room. There he goes. A really productive run gets it up to the 31-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On the direct snap, it's Knight. Finding open areas. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Hits the accelerator to the right. Touchdown, Dukes! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. Well, you could draw a line in the middle and he would have hit that thing. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it's hit triple zeros in a captivating game today between Penn State and Ohio State. Penn State is going to enjoy the trip back to Happy Valley after a rock-solid performance. And you take care of business on the road, and you stack wins there in Beaver Stadium, and suddenly it's quite the resume. Big implications today and a notable result as one team trends upward and the other has some work to do.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. Ings got off to a good start with a touchdown on the opening drive and then quickly went to pot with a pick on the second one, and now he hurls one deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play, and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays, and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner. Just exhausting.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
They're dealing with a second and long. Here's the pressure. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Buffalo! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
They've been talking about this one all week inside the MAC, guys. Let's give you a quick recap of how it went down. Western Michigan is going to walk off the field there inside Waldo Stadium with a much-needed victory. They had this one circled on the calendars for some time, and regardless the score, that W has to feel good. Guys, I look at the preseason coaches poll and compare it to where the MAC is right now, and man.
Oh, he's got some space. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And great recognition by the corner. That touch pass, after he throws at the quarterback, it's a pass. He can't throw it forward again. Nice job understanding that, flying up, coming and making the big tackle in the open field.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to throw, it's Barnett. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It is changed.
Snap to the back. Running into the open space. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming.
It's unfortunate for this offense, guys. Had they not had the mental errors and mistakes early in the drive, they'd be sitting pretty right now. Even after that long gain on the running play, they've still got fourth down.
And the Dukes decide to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Going right to work up top. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Swings it out to his running back. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Roberson. Under fire. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure. The quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Punt is on its way. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. They'll run it from the gun. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter, and Buffalo is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Guys, take a second and think about Buffalo defensive players. Remember Khalil Mack? Well, last year, Sean Doak and Red Murdoch led the NCAA in tackles. David, why does it seem like some schools just have that as part of their identity?
It's just fun. They just find those undersized guys that hunt, that play football, that play with aggressiveness. And to have the #1 tacklers in college football on your defense, A, that means you played a lot of snaps. B, that means you got a couple of dudes.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the snap, it's Knight. Breaks into the open. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. Fourth down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Sanchez. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
And you're either a playmaker or you're not. And this guy just finds a way to make plays. He's going to make it happen, whether it's 1st, 2nd, 3rd, or like this in 4th down. He makes plays for his team when they need him, gets the big 4th down conversion.
Now they'll run it on the toss. At the 20, he's got space. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
Just a simple play. Get the speedster on the edge, get the edge, block it up really well, and then let the running back do the rest. But I do like the finish from the defense. Listen, you gave up a big play. At least hit him as he goes out of bounds. Take a chunk out of him. Make the game physical. Make him pay for that run he just gave to you.
Back has it. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield. Direct snap. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
He'll go to the sneak. Sneak gets it done.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he tacks on the extra point. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Snow. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They'll give it to the back. Turning it on! Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And obviously, if you're going to be in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy, you got to be putting out big stat games week in, week out. He's been doing it all season long and obviously had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again here today in a game where a lot of Heisman Trophy voters, they're watching this one.
And the Bulls, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Oh, he's got a chance. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Bulls with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. He'll try the left side. Creates a little space. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
We know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy, and this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you've got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it on late this season.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense.
They wrap him up. He tried to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he's stopped in the backfield.
And don't get it twisted. A big part of this team's formula for success defensively is getting after the quarterback. In their last game, they had 6 sacks, won the game. They know they've got to be able to get after the QB in this one, put some pressure on them, and they're already off to a great start.
Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up. Run it. Do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for you.
Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Hand off to the shotgun. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Sends it back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Knight. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Flying out to the left. The 30. Running inside the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, James Madison.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Tennessee is on top, but it's not like Peyton Manning or T. Martin are playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 4 over Oklahoma. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should see.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking to pass. It's Roberson. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the 1st.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming.
Gotta like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got the tight end. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that one?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that curl route.
What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
Quick strike complete. Inside the 40-yard line and out of bounds at the 39.
And a great play design here in this type of situation. Obviously trailing, you're trying to put something up on the scoreboard, and just using the sideline, using the boundary, getting the ball out of bounds and stopping the clock.
And the Bulls have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Extending the play. Trying to escape and get it himself. He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
The Bulls in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking downfield, it's Roberson. Fires to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Unleashes one deep. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
Man, what great discipline by this defense. They didn't sit on routes short. They take a shot down the field on 3rd and short. Questionable shot, probably. Nice job being disciplined and getting the interception.
Yeah, and just because you have the shot play called on 3rd down like that as a quarterback, that doesn't give you the freedom to just throw it down there if he's not open. I think that time he forced it into traffic, and that's why it got picked off.
Under a minute to play here in the 1st half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the 1st half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. He'll put total leather and get this 2nd half started. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the 1st half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the 2nd half.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll try to get the edge on the left. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this 2nd half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's third down. To the air, it's Barnett. Using his feet to buy time. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
The Dukes will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets a block. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. Here's the give off the left side. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking to fire. Takes the easy throw in the flat. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
And the Bulls come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to pop the draw. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Trying to get the corner. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Well, the defense had the perfect play call on there. Offense trying to go toss into the boundary, but the defense dialed up the corner blitz. Perfect play for the perfect moment. They get the tackle for loss.
Working that left side now. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but, man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Wide open downfield. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
The Bulls with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll send the tight end in motion. To throw, it's Roberson. Swings it out to the flat. There he goes. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
A first down run on the doorstep. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Quarterback will keep it. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Man, you could tell that the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
Quickly complete. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
Well, the offense on third down there, they're just trying to spit the ball out quickly and see if they can get a block and get north, but the defense, really nice job getting after the catch, getting a tackle, and now setting up fourth down.
Fourth and goal from the 5. The offense is still out there. This epitomizes confidence. Dropping back, it's Roberson. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown Bulls. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? You peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him, Reese.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Men, it just means more in the SEC, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Florida is down right now inside the swamp, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Gainesville today. They're trailing by 10 to Georgia. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. It's Knight. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them outflanked with the Wildcat. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. They found a little running room out of the Wildcat, still short of the first down marker.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And the Dukes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The run from the shotgun. Inside the 35. Racing to the right. Touchdown Dukes! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed. He's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We've come to the break, and James Madison is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. He'll bring it out. It's Snow. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. They go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
They'll give it to him again. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
And I understand what the offense is trying to do. Use the wide side of the field, right? Use all that space, pitch on the outside, get on the edge. But the defense was too disciplined. Great job setting the edge, not letting him get outside, making the big tackle.
And the Bulls have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Trying play action. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. The give to the tailback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Knight. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Motion from the back. On the direct snap, it's Knight. Slithers into space. Breaks into the open. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, James Madison. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the 2nd half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Snow. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Working that left side. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And in this situation late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
They had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Throws to the wideout. Finds space on the right. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a first down in the red zone at the 11.
And there's no quit in this team. Obviously, they're trailing late in the game, but they're trying to make it happen. We've seen 2 big plays now, back-to-back. They're putting pressure on this defense.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wants to throw. It's Roberson. And that one is picked up in the end zone. Brought down inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9 after that interception.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
On the snap, it's Knight. Finds a little bit of room, picks up 4 out to the 13.
Well, at this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, deep in their own end, they're going to want to run the football, no doubt. The defense knows that, and they're going to be trying to rip it out, seeing if they can get a takeaway to set up their offense in great field position. So ball security right here has got to be big.
The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Gets the back moving. On the direct snap, it's Knight. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. They'll send the back in motion. Direct snap. It's Knight. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Dukes will punt this one away. Here's the return. He's got great speed. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to throw, it's Roberson. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
And they can't make the play on third down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking for a huge play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Leaves it with the back. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Smart offense. I love it, man. Make them use that timeout. Run the football. I can run the football and let that clock now tick inside of a minute. I'm in great situation to win this football game. Just be smart and keep that thing running.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Knight. Wildcat look didn't get much, picked up a few on that one.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Knight. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. He'll go down in a bit of an unusual way to bring this game to a close.